This is Late Night Lead Talks TV. I'm Late Night Lead, and I talk reality TV dating shows such as Ready to Love, Married at First Sight, Love is Blind, Love Island, and The Ultimatum, just to name a few. So if you do enjoy that type of content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on when I upload a new video. However, this video is different. This video is focused on the Real Housewives of Potomac and why I truly believe that Nneka ruined the show. Okay, so I did a video on why I stopped watching The Real Housewives of Potomac. So if you haven't seen that, please go back onto my channel and make sure that you do watch that video for more in-depth details on why I stopped watching the show. However, I did want to discuss why I truly believe personally that Nneka is ruining the show. Talking about voodoo, shrines, all those things, dark magic, that's very serious. I know a lot of people, especially in American culture, they don't know anything. You guys may not know anything about this stuff. But I come from a culture where there is a form of that, or a version of black magic that people work on people when they don't like them, they are upset with them, and they want to cause them harm. It's a very serious thing that, I've heard about. And when you do think that someone is performing this black magic on you, you do have to have like a spiritual bath, use specific products, and have someone pray over you. Like, it is a serious thing. There are people who, in certain cultures, like Caribbean cultures, when someone goes mysteriously ill and passes away at a very young age with no known illnesses, they will say somebody might have been working roots on them. It is a big deal. And I know in American culture you may not understand, but if you do believe in God, then you would also understand. If you're a Christian, you believe in God, and you also believe in the opposition. And there are people who pray and worship that party in order to cause harm to someone else. And it is a real thing. Again, I know it's not common in American culture, but it is a real thing in other cultures. And when people really do believe that someone is doing something like that on them, it requires like holy water, more than just holy water, like literally having to cleanse yourself and take, it's a big thing. It's not something that you laugh at, you joke about, or you take lightly. So the fact that Nneka takes it so lightly and just randomly talks to all the women about it, and no, this is a big thing. People feel like, it can cause people to get sick and pass away when someone is purposefully working that dark black magic on their lives. So again, if you don't know anything about this type of thing, be lucky that you don't. But there are cultures that truly believe this stuff. It is very dark. It is not something that should be talked about on the Real Housewives of anything. This is something that is so dark and really does impact people in a negative way. And these shows, it's usually women throwing shade like, my husband is richer than yours, my house is bigger than yours, I actually live in this zip code, random things like that. That's what this show is about. However, these women, they're going too far. I know the other women on the show may not know about this type of thing, except for possibly Giselle, because I believe she's Creole. However, the other women on the show, they don't know about this. And I'm betting production doesn't either. And that's why they allowed for this crazy storyline. So when viewers say like they really don't want to watch the show because of this storyline, understand that it is something deeper than what most Black Americans understand. This is something that is serious. If you feel like someone is doing this to you, then you have to go and counteract and do stuff to try and protect yourself. Like it's really weird. It's not anything to play about. It's really serious. And the fact that Nneka used it as a storyline, if you really felt like someone was doing that to you, you wouldn't be talking about it publicly. Like, this is so bad. And all I want to say is this is awful. And Nneka apparently is getting shunned from the African community in the DMV, and she's getting a lot of hate online, and I don't feel bad for her at all. If she talks about it on the reunion, I don't care. Like, you deserve every single last bit of it, because she's just so unserious. The fact that she called her father a rich bitch, what African person have you known to ever refer to their dad as a bitch? Unless her father is like openly homosexual, what in the world would you... Okay. She also said something that was so bird-like. I mean, you literally come from this African community where you are pretty much, told from day one, you need to become a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. And you actually become a lawyer. And then you marry a doctor, but you say the most bird video vixen Instagram model BS, like, I'm gonna trap him for 18 years. Who says that? Like, that's so, like, people are like, oh, well, she says she has generational wealth. Well, she needs to prove it, because let me tell you something. A $2 million house in Potomac is not what you guys think it is. You have to look up the average median homes, the price of the average homes in Potomac. Maryland is one of the most expensive states to live in. Potomac is one of the most expensive parts of Maryland. It's not cheap, and a $2 million home is very much on the lower end. Ashley's home cost $8 million. Hello? Hello, Ashley's house cost $8 million. And you have to remember, Michael pretty much kind of bought her that house so she can go there and get away from him. If they were actually still going to continue their marriage, stay together, and he was going to move with her, the house would have probably been twice the size and the amount. But remember, Ashley's home cost $8 million. Nneka's home costs $2 million. If you don't know anything about the cost of homes in Maryland, please just Google the cost of homes in Potomac. That is very much on the lower side. We've seen Nneka's hair. The weave is not giving what it's supposed to. Girl, like, it's not giving generational wealth. It's really, really not. Her making that comment, trapping someone for 18 years, it's like you just want to be a bird. Like, you just get her off the show. It's a flop. In the words of Dr. Wendy, it's a flop. It really, really is. And then she had the audacity to invite Wendy to unpack her house when she didn't even really apologize to Wendy for this whole situation. And apparently people are mad at Wendy for not forgiving her. Please, get the hell out of here. Why should she forgive her? This woman has ruined her reputation, tried to ruin her reputation, called her mom a witch. If you know anything about Nigerian culture, it's very much, you have to respect the elders. You cannot argue with someone who is of an older generation than you. You just don't do it. You don't speak negatively about them. And for Nneka to be doing what she's doing and talking about Wendy's mom the way she is, that's very much not okay. You know, it's very much just not okay. We don't even see Wendy come at her mom. I mean, look at Candace and Miss Dorothy. They go through it, and we don't see Candace come at her mom the way that Nneka is, maybe she would be, in the right to check her mom for disrespecting and being so shady when it comes to Chris. And, look at Candy from RHOA and Mama Joyce and Todd, that situation. You just don't disrespect your mom, and you definitely don't disrespect someone else's mom. So the fact that Nneka just has zero respect, she says some really weird things. Apparently, they call her lying about her age. 1 minute she's 35, next minute she says her 40 years of life. Get her off my screen. I stopped watching this show. I'm more than likely go ahead and watch the reunion, or I'll just watch the clips. I watch a lot of the different reviews from my favorite YouTubers. So that's how I kind of keep up on what's going on. I watch, of course, I follow Dr. Wendy because she's my favorite. But either way, that storyline of Voodoo and Shrines is extremely serious and just downright dangerous. So I'm not here for it at all. Well, guys, this video lasted longer than I thought it would, but I did want to come up here and say my piece and let you know that even though you may not get it because you don't know about that culture, that Voodoo and Shrine topic is extremely serious. And if you thought someone was doing this to you, you would be very scared, and you would be having to figure out how to get those spirits and that energy off of you. You wouldn't be making light of it on a TV show. That's all I'm saying. If you don't understand, go ahead and, do some research. There are movies about it. One really scary movie that I watched and that comes to mind is The Skeleton Key. And it stars, what is her name? I can't think of her name off the top of my head. But yeah, this white actress, she goes to Louisiana somewhere to take care of this old man, and she discovers some things. And instead of getting out and leaving, she digs deep and she gets her behind in some big trouble. Because again, it's a culture that she knows nothing about. Alrighty, guys, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and sign out. This is Late Night Late Talk TV. Go ahead and watch my video on why I stopped watching The Real Housewives of Potomac. Because it's not just Nneka. I want to be clear. It's also the Green Eye Bandits, their lack of wanting to try to forgive and move forward with people. But yeah, go ahead and watch that video. And comment down below if you know about this type of culture and if you understand what I'm saying. Do your Googles, people, do your research. It's okay if you don't know, but the people that do know, they know it's a big thing. They know it's a real thing. They know it's a really bad thing. Okay? Well, this is Late Night Lee Talks TV, and I am signing out.